number of COVID-19 cases continues to rise globally and right here in Guyana. Therefore, we encourage everyone to practice social distancing, wear a mask if you have to leave your homes, and wash your hands thoroughly and frequently as we strive to stop the spread of the virus. Welcome to InfoHub for Tuesday, May 19. Thanks for joining us. President David Granger has stated that there first needs to be evidence of wrongdoing before sanctions can be imposed. He further expressed that the Partnership for National Unity Alliance for Change coalition government has nothing to hide and urged that persons wait until the recount process is completed before judgments are made. Here is our first report.
My government has done nothing wrong, and I do not think those sanctions could be justified if it is shown that my government has behaved legally and that the election process was a legitimate one and that it is satisfying the international standards.
The president made the comment on Monday evening during an interview on the radio program Straight Up. The head of state emphasized the need for evidence of misconduct and highlighted the reason for the national recount.
The question of sanctions could only be applied if there is some evidence or some proof of wrongdoing. And the reason why we are in this present situation of having a recount is to assure our own people and to assure the international community that the government has not behaved improperly.
He further expressed concern in relation to the internationally imposed sanctions, stating it was not something he wants to be inflicted on the people of Guyana. In this report, we hear that the Alibaba Foundation of China has contributed 30,000 face masks and more than 1,500 COVID-19 testing kits to the Ministry of Public Health to aid in the country's COVID-19 fight. Delicia Haynes was at the handing over ceremony and has that report.
This is the second donation to Guyana from China towards the fight against COVID-19. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Shamli Prasad noted that this is a welcomed gesture that will impact Guyana's frontline response to the pandemic.
Test kits are vital. Of course, we know the frontline response to COVID-19 has always been to provide adequate protection for everyone who comes in contact with possible cases, and that's where the masks are so vital in providing continuous high-quality services throughout the health system.
Deputy Chief of Mission of the Chinese Embassy in Guyana, Shen Silai, explained that this is China's way of supporting the local health system.
This is a friendly gesture from Alibaba, a popular e-commerce company in China. It is a good example of Chinese companies shouldering social responsibility, and also a demonstration of Chinese caring about Guyanese. China does not only protect the life and health of the Chinese people, but also have been actively contributing to the containment and treatment of COVID-19 all over the world.
The contribution was facilitated by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Department of International Cooperation. This unit has been fostering international support and consultations for Guyana with an expected outcome of a more effective fight against COVID-19. For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
The National COVID-19 Task Force has granted approval for 103 Guyanese abroad to return to these shores. More in this report.
Under controlled re-entry measures, 19 law students in Trinidad, 70 Royal Caribbean cruise ship employees, 4 citizens in St. Vincent, and 10 in St. Martin have all had their requests to return to Guyana approved. According to a press release from the NCTF, these travelers are subjected to the strict requirements set by the Ministry of Public Health and other relevant ministries and agencies. Each person must also submit results of their COVID-19 tests done by polymerase chain reaction method, PCR. These results must be in English and provided 48 hours before arrival. For passengers who for any reason may be unable to do the pre-test, Prior written consent would be required for quarantine if deemed necessary by the Ministry of Public Health. Further, these persons are expected to stand all costs associated with their return to Guyana. In addition, a group of 63 cruise ship employees were denied entry by sea due to associated risks. The NCTF expressed its willingness to consider an application for air transport for the workers. On March 18, Guyana's two main airports were ordered closed to international travel as an emergency measure to fight COVID-19. The NCTF added it will engage in further discussions related to a phased reopening of the airports. Shakil Bourne for InfoHub.
Now for an urgent notice. Ms. Candace Burnett of Section A Sophia is a person of interest to the Ministry of Public Health. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Ms. Candace Burnett is kindly asked to contact the ministry on telephone numbers 223-6616, 227-4986, 226-7490, 231-1166, 226-7480, 624-9355, 624-6674, 624-2819, or 624-3067. More news after this short break. Stay with us.
This is Tamika with a message from my people. We don't know when COVID-19 will go, so for now better stay at home. Oh, we don't know, so let we try and cope. Sanitize or use a soap. Oh, I won't stop, and don't you stop. Responsibility is what you've got to self-preserve the health you've got. Good hygiene we need to all adopt. I won't stop, don't you stop. Stay away from crowds cause it's way too packed. We all should stay 3 feet away, and in time we make this fire stop.
This is a message from Tamika Marshall and the Ministry of Public Health in collaboration with PAHO WHO.
Thanks for staying with us. To ensure nurses in training can continue their studies during the COVID-19 pandemic and beyond, the Ministries of Public Telecommunications and Public Health have partnered to provide them with e-tablets. Leticia Isaacs has the details.
Speaking on NCN's Independence Forum, Minister of Public Telecommunications, the Honorable Catherine Hughes, said that the move will help to produce more robust nurses to support Guyana's health system. Stating that the Public Telecommunications Ministry was ahead of the curve in the last few years, Minister Hughes reminded that over 170 communities received internet access for the first time in the last 5 years. Minister Hughes also noted that Guyana has increased its ranking, moving from a 37% internet penetration rate to 51%.
That really is reflective of the thrust of the government. We realize that as the Sustainable Development Goals lists and suggests, access to the internet should be almost like a human right. It's very, very important for development, for learning, for health, telemedicine, for entrepreneurial activity.
The Ministry of Public Telecommunications is also looking into improving connectivity for families and students who are now working and learning from home. The ministry is looking into ways to provide and improve online learning through smart classrooms.
We want to ensure that more students at home can connect to these services. What we're realizing now is that we're not where we need to be, because we need to make sure that more families are able to have internet connectivity.
Leticia Isaacs for InfoHub.
The Guyana Elections Commission has begun investigating some anomalies in 2 ballot boxes at Diamond East Bank Demerara. Details from Alexis Rodney.
During the recount of the Region 4 ballots on Monday, counting agents discovered that there was a mix-up of the official list of electors from 2 polling stations at the Diamond Nursery School. GCOM's Public Relations Officer Yolanda Ward said the OLE for Box 2124 was in Box 2122 and vice versa. The issue was raised by Coalition Counting Agent Varun Mahabir. According to Ward, the Commission has requested the presence of the 2 presiding officers to have an investigation into what may have caused the mix-up.
There is nothing in law that that the commission of itself, based on the findings of their investigation, can do to in any way to as part of their investigation at the end of this process with those POs, except possibly to say at the conclusion of their investigation that they may not be able to be employed with GCOM again. But of course, that is a decision of the commission once that investigation concludes.
In the meantime, the Commission was given the go-ahead by the National COVID-19 Task Force for the establishment of 2 more workstations for the national recount. Ward said the new stations will accommodate the recount of ballots from Region 6 and 7. GCOM Commissioner Vincent Alexander said that the NCTF, in its report, cited the issue of an already congested Arthur Chung Conference Center, where the recount is taking place.
The report has expressed some concern about our total adherence to the stipulations that they previously given to us. And in giving permission for 2 additional workstations, they're emphasizing that we should adhere to all the stipulations in terms of social spacing, in terms of wash basins, in terms of sanitizing.
Data coming out from the Commission last week showed that at least 400 persons occupy the ACC daily. These include party representatives, local and international observers, GCOM staff, members of the Guyana Police Force, food handlers, and members of the maintenance crew. For InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
Remember to do your part to ensure you do not put yourself at risk during this time. If you have a cough, fever, and difficulty breathing, seek medical care early, but call the hotline first. That's all for today. Connect with us on all our social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, as we bring you the latest and important news related to COVID-19 and much more. Also, subscribe to our website, dpi.gov.gy. Your Bridge Report is up next. Stay safe and goodbye for now.